Hello, everybody. We're back on our Kotatsu table. And we are carving what is known as a Believe it or not, that was Time Warner calling me, wanting me to do an album cover for them in epoxy. Do an album cover in epoxy for them. All right, what were we talking about again? All right, this pattern. The pattern with all the triangles is called a hemp pattern. So there's a whole lot going on with this table, but we're gonna try to keep it simple. So we're going to carve in this hemp pattern, pour epoxy, and then carve away the bottom so the hemp pattern looks like it's floating in the epoxy. And then we're gonna do the most complicated thing I've ever tried to do on an epoxy table on this one. It's hard to explain, so I'm just going to show you a clip. And I can't find it, so here's a picture of where we're currently at. The narrator in that video said it was a Russian woman, so if you see it, please tag me in it so I can give credit where it is due. The thing I didn't think through is that she did it on a much smaller scale, so it became super difficult to do it on a large scale. On a small scale, you crinkle up the plastic, stick it under the table, and rock and roll. On a large table, you have to flatten the bottom, which would ruin the pattern on the bottom. So after we pour that epoxy, then we are going to, well, maybe going to add some islands in the middle. Well, we're definitely going to add some islands, but I don't know how I'm going to go about doing that either yet. But still not as difficult as that stupid plastic, and it makes this hemp pattern look easy. And it was terrible. It was the worst pattern I've ever had to cut out on the CNC. I think I had to measure it probably like 45 times. And I had to keep thinking which direction my tear out was going to be in. It was not fun. So to keep it in place, I glued in these plywood strips because we're going to get real weird with this wood.